Yeah, we're here. Hey. That was a bit of fun. Hello there. Welcome to Amberskies. And yes, my name is Blades. It's Monday bank holiday. Why am I doing this? I'm supposed to be doing other things. I don't care. I'm here for you guys. Now, with it being bank holiday, yeah, I've been a bit lazy, but I haven't. As you're about to find out. Are we going to do some new code today? Yes and no. Right, let's just bin that. Okay, get you out of the way. What are we going to do today? Actually, I don't need to get you out of the way. I can just leave you there, can't I? It's not doing anything. What am I doing today? It's program review time. Yes, it's our first review of this program. What do we have? Not a lot. This is what we have. We have that. Yeah, the background's gone a bit dark. I know. We have that load of rubbish coming up on the console. Yes, I've got the index count right. Yay. Finally. It was at 33. Yeah, we were missing a triangle. I thought I was. But hey-ho, you just don't know until you really look. Now, how did I really look? And that's what this review's about. It was about knowing that, one, through experience, I knew the index count was wrong. I've been doing OpenGL long enough, I should know. Background, yeah, it isn't black, but it does look it, doesn't it? Clever. Yeah, it looks black. Check it. It's not black. Yeah, that's black. That isn't. Ooh, don't do that. So yeah, that's what we're up to. That's what we're doing. And we are on the beginnings of an RPG. So at this point, I knew at the end of the last session that I'd run into problems. Because, one, I'm showing you guys this. And two, I'm doing something completely different in the meantime. Which becomes a strain, especially if you put it into test mode. And you save and build. Okay, done. And this is what I'm working with. Yeah. Bit different, innit? See what I've been doing in the background during the last week or so is deciding how we're going to approach the OpenGL. And as I went into it, by last Friday, I'd hit a serious problem. And I mean a big, serious problem. If you don't know about this problem, you are in the same boat that I was last Friday. I didn't even know this problem could exist until last Friday. What was happening is that you could see, it appeared as if you could see through the boxes and you could see distant objects through your box. So it looked as though the depth buffer wasn't right. And that's correct, it wasn't. But the depth buffer isn't, our control of the depth buffer isn't where I thought it would be. And that's what I want to talk about right now, the depth buffer. It was causing major issues, and yeah, if you really want to know, yeah, I can look around now. Yes. How many objects on screen can you see? There'll be a few up there somewhere. Try not to gimbal lock myself. It'd be a bit embarrassing if I do that on stream. If you look straight up, by the way, you're going to come into the next problem, which is called gimbal locking. I'm already working on that, but I'm working on that in Java. I'll think about that. I'll think about that over the next few months before I actually probably do it last. Because for now, this is good enough. And that's how I've been programming so far, good enough. It's smooth enough. You can't whiz it. You see what happens? If you try and flick, you can't. So it's got anti-cheat. Defense is already in it. For those smart-assed first-person shooter kids that can go, woo, bang. Well, they won't be able to because they'll go, woo. Oh, it didn't move as far as I thought it did. Bang. Oh, I've just missed shot. No, you've got to aim. Not just reflex shot. A reflex shot won't work on this system. I can put it in so it does, if you want me to, but it doesn't work on this system. Because it gives the kids an advantage over me. And this is my time to get my own back on the kids. All the ones that want to do FPS. Top left-hand corner. This is garbage. It was me testing out something I found on the internet. And honestly, that is absolute garbage. Really is. It tells me that I'm at 60 frames per second. Well, I already know that. But I found out something about my graphics card that I didn't know. It can go into slow mode. Without me even knowing it. So let's get rid of that. Lots of problems that I've discovered along the way. Interesting ones. And the last problem I've got is, this looks really good, doesn't it now? Hey, look at that current, yeah, we go out to game state 0, we send it that information, and it does all of those boxes, yay! And then we come down to what we're doing here, which is just an absolute goddamn mess. And that's the second problem we've got. Right, so we're now programming into what I would call the final application. This is going to be the final application, this here is going to be our final application. And we're programming directly into it, and we're programming in a style with placeholders that isn't convenient to our program. So our program needs to be cleaned up. This also really needs to be tested. So let's clean up our program, and we're going to do it in such a way that we never mess our program up again. So here we go. Wait, where are we on disk? Okay. Let me just have a look on disk and see where we are before I do anything stupid. Yeah, right. We'll get rid of that. We'll keep it. I want it clean. So I've got development here. Under development, we have A, B, and C. And I have a D as well, which doesn't show up on here. So, yeah, let's get rid of that before that messes anything up. Excellent. Excellent. Lovely. So I'm in a state that I know. Fantastic. Now, each one of these here, let's get rid of these a second. Each one of these has its own Git repository. I've done that on purpose because I want the library to be separate. I want that to be portable, and that's possibly something that I'll publish if you want me to. I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day what you want me to publish. The library itself has not been done on Visual Studio. It just happens to be included here, so absolutely fine to release what I have at the moment. No problem with that. It's actually not bad at the moment. Let's run. Do we want to run through it, or do I want to continue the thought I had? Let's continue the thought I had. So what we need now is a pre-application writing code area. Well, that's a bit of a long title. So let's add a new project. Add. There we go. New project. There we go. Comes up on screen. I will have a console app, will I? Or do I just want a Google test? Could have either, really. I'll just have a console app. It'll be an empty project. That's perfect. Next. And what we're going to call it is Sandbox. Because that's exactly what it's going to be. It will be an area where we are going to be able to play around a little bit and write new stuff and then decide what new stuff goes into our application and what stuff gets thrown away. And there's going to be quite a bit of that right now, because we've got bits in here that are definitely going to be thrown away just as soon as I've done the sandbox. So let's create. If it'll allow us. Oh yes, it will. That's good news. Right. Oh, it puts the sandbox.cpp in. How interesting. All I'm going to do is take our C application here, which is this one. And I'm just going to copy it and put it in here. There we go. Nice and easy. Oh. No includes. Well, now I've got sandbox CPP. We've got this little thing here, haven't we? So I'm going to keep it in debug. Active 64. Yep, that would be fine. Why is it not doing what I expect it to? No linker. Try the properties down here. No linker. Oh dear. What's going on? Interesting. Because I'm clicking on the wrong thing. There you go. Silly me. Debug, that's why I was hesitating. It didn't look right, sorry. Right, all we've got to do is fill it in, really. So, C++, general. Additional include directories are $, and its solution. I think I'm going to need a keyboard. Give me the keyboard. Thank you, please. $solution. There. Now I can type a little bit, and that's just going to be / whatever you want. What do I call it in this game? Dependencies or deps? Deps usually. I think it is. Alright. Ah. Stuff it. Let me just find out where I put everything. There we go. That's what was after that. Okie dokies. Cancel that one. And that puts me on track. Good. Thank you. Sandbox. $solution directory. Dependencies include and $solution directory b underscore library, because that's the name that I've given it here. Alrighty, so that's our two includes, and we can now apply that and OK that. And we also need to put in that copy. Whoa, slow down there. Make sure that your blue ring is there. Okay, so it's actually the file, the folder on disk that I'm copying. Okay, when we come down to Sandbox here, make sure you click on that first. Come down here and paste. Sandbox. And paste. Are you joking me? I can't paste. Okay. Open folder in File Explorer, thank you. So all I want is that source directory. Copy out one. Sandbox. Paste. That's all I want. Thank you. And rename project. Do I need to? No, it's in the right place. There we go. So we've got that now. Come on, thank you. Source. Grief. Shift, click, right click, include in project. There we go. And let's have a look. Yeah, we're starting to look better now. We've got our application and we've got everything else. We can't run it yet because we haven't got the right other things in yet. So Sandbox. Don't need to, just press on that, it's easier. So preprocessor underscore debugs in, good. I want to talk about that underscore debug. What do I need? I would like glue. No, because I'm not using it. Okay, can't even remember which ones I need now. That's clever of me. Glue static. Are we using glue? Yes, we are. Okay. Okay, let's just pop it in there. So, glue static. And underscore use math defines semicolon. I'm using the underscore debug for something. I'm going to show you about that as well afterwards. So we'll apply that. That's that done, that done, that done, that done. Code generation. No. No. Turn up your warning levels to level 4. Pre-compiled headers not using. I'm not using output files at the moment. I usually have an assembler output file, I must admit, but I'm not using it on this one. Right, so what do we have here? We have that one there, additional library directories. We'll have our libs, please. So I'll copy you over to our sandbox. Paste. Return, apply. And under input we have a load, don't we? So under input. Yeah, okay. What copy. Oh. darn it. Oh, right, okay, never mind. Sandbox. Paste. Return. Apply. And hopefully that works. I don't know if it does or not, but hey, we've just done it. Do I need anything else? I have also done a command line. Not in here, I haven't. Yeah, I'm ignoring a couple of things, that's right. So copy a U over on there, paste. Is there anything on C++ that I'm ignoring? Oh, sorry. C++ command line, no, we're okay. That's fine then. So now, theoretically, I should be able to run Sandbox, which is where we're going to be doing our development from now on. So let's set it as the startup project. And where's the build dependencies? Sandbox is reliant on you. So you have to be built after that. Yeah, okay. Right, so we've got our build dependencies. So if I now build Sandbox, let's see what happens. Yeah, we've still got linking errors. Which one is it? I've got the libc. Oh, you are joking me. Okay. So yeah, I had forgotten something. General lib. Where's the libc dubri go in? It goes in ignore. So we need that one. Ignore. We'll have a libcmt ignored, it should I say. Right, what other errors did we get? Unresolved symbol for Amber. Really? Glue, OpenGL, okay. Oh. What's happened there? It's not in here because we don't need it in here. Oh. If you look under here, we have external dependencies, which is all of that lot. And it doesn't show because you have to take that off. References. B_library. Okay, Sandbox. Take that off, sorry. Add reference. Oh, that's a nice bug going on there. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Right. Now let's try build again. Build Sandbox. There we are. We're successful. Run Sandbox. The code execution cannot proceed because sfmlgraphics.dll was not found. Thank you. It's lovely. I love doing this. So, DLLs are not there. Okay. Open file in Explorer. Where do we put our DLLs? I think I put them in exec, didn't I? What DLLs are we using? U3. I'm only using 3. So, copy. to our sandbox. This should now... Oh, I hate you, Microsoft. New folder called exec, and I'll paste them in here. There we go. So we've got to go back to sandbox because Microsoft has a stupid tendency of yeah. And where are we now? Debug. Okay, general. Here we go. Output directory. What's this? What is this? It's just like, yeah, okay. Why can't we just have this? You know, why can't we just have debug for debug? And, oh, never mind. Sorry, Microsoft, you're just silly. Source files, no, that'll do. So we're using exec. Apply. And it's exec. Enter me D8. I'll do. Apply, okay, and go. SFML graphics D.dll was not found. D. Really? I thought I just put those in. What's this here? I've fluffed it, haven't I? Yeah. Duh. Helps you can not mistype things. And can we just get rid of that, please? And just delete. Thank you. Run. Typos for the ages. Here we go. This is more fun. Debug assertion failed. Blah, 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 blah. Expression vector subscript out of range. For information, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Abort. What's going on? Well, I really don't understand why this happens. You see, I can run it in one but not the other, and this is what I'm trying to get at. I've now got times 64 lib here. Can you please delete that? Why have I got times 64 lib here? Will you please stop messing me about? Okay, the only things I want in here are those 3 items. And it should match that. So I should get application.exe. But I'm not going to get that, am I? No, what I'm going to do is get container debug level. This my data pos. It can't even set it up properly. Yeah, that means the includes aren't working properly. Right, okay. Alright. And this is why I love Visual Studio so much. Okay, can we just come out of here now? Thank you. So what's going on? Yeah, it's trying to run its slide in a different way. So what have we done differently? There's a good question. I've done something different in here. So sandbox. Hash includes source application. Or source application. Okay. All of these should go in nicely, or would they? Okay, yeah. I've got a fault somewhere here. I think it's in that bit I didn't like. Because all I did was drop it over, didn't I? Glue 32, DDD. Alrighty, now it should accept it as an extension file. Because what we're doing is we're consuming the whole library. And it's not consuming. Oh, no. Ooh. Is that vector there? Alrighty. We're in sandbox, aren't we? Yeah. Don't want to do this, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to do something horrible. I'm just going to put hash include vector there. Build. Rebuild sandbox. See, it's rebuilt the whole of the library as well. Too successful. Try running it. And we have this runtime library debug assertion fail. How did I get past this last time? It's an include vector. And the subscript goes out of range. And it doesn't tell us where here. Call stack. Oh, we do have one. Does that mean it's doing what I think it's doing? Oh, sandbox, sandbox, sandbox. Okay. There is something wrong with the sandbox startup, and we now have to find it. Oh, God. Let me see if I can... That shouldn't even be there. No, none of this should be here, should it? Oh, it doesn't seem to matter according to this. Okay. Did anybody see what I did wrong? Because otherwise I'm just going to have to leave it as is. Or go through each one of these one by one, yes. Spot the difference. Code generation, precompiled headers is the only thing I can think of. There's nothing in general, is there? Shouldn't be now. Oops. Can't think of it. I know the answer, but I just can't think of it right now. My apologies. So, switch that off. And let's go back into here. Source. Right, let's have a look at our source code now, because it's all a goddamn mess. First things I want to do is get rid of all of this OpenGL and test stuff. Okay. So anything that has got to do with test has to be removed. So, because this is our final application, we shouldn't be doing tests in here. So we'll remove that. And that really gets us... What? That was the whole of AppInit. Oh, God, no, sorry. We test stuff. I said, That's the if-def debug. Because I wanted attribute flags turning on. That might be actually what's causing it to have a bit of a nervous breakdown, because the first time I used this on this file it had a nervous breakdown. If you're not in debug mode, then it'll just go to default settings, which is fine. The rest of these settings are needed. This was the whole problem that I've had for the last 2 weeks with SFML, is that it wasn't using the depth buffer properly, and it had an overflow problem. And because all I'd put in was these 2 lines here for the context, okay? I hadn't told it the depth bits, the stencil bits, or the anti-aliasing level. You might want to turn that to 0 if you've got a slower machine. Or up to 4 if you've got a faster machine, if you want smoother lines, diagonal lines. The flags, this debug and endif, aren't needed. I just wanted to put them in to see what they did and make sure that they did something. And yeah, it just crashed my program out. That's probably what's happening now with the sandbox, which I'll finish off later. I'm not messing about with it on stream. Why is this? Because if you don't put these in, I found out that SFML doesn't have a proper default. It's supposed to have, but as soon as you put in your major version and your minimum version, it doesn't have a default. Oh, ugga. So if you do change and you do specify things like I tend to, don't just specify one thing in SFML, you've got to specify everything, or as much as you can. Let's see what happens if I take out those 3 lines there. So I'll just take them out and let's see if I can create the bug again. Make sure we're in 0. This is how much of a mess it is. We're in 0 mode. Let's see if I can create the bug. Oh, God, stop it. Go away. I don't want you. I'm not interested in you. Go away. Set as Startup project. Go. Right. Can you see the bug? There it is. Right there. Where's the smaller box? The smaller box is in front of the bigger box. How? Smaller box is in front of the bigger box. Here. Oh, come on. That's just obviously wrong. And this is just getting silly around. Well, that's actually not too bad, but it is getting silly now. But look at that. This area here. What's happening is that the depth buffer is overflowing. It's reverted to either 16 or 8-bit. That one's obvious. It's not as obvious there. It's not as obvious there. That is. That is definitely out of order. So if I had carried on and given you what and let you carry on thinking that everything was okay with the 3D side, I would have had to have said, sorry, we're going to like GLFW today. I couldn't, I was not going to put up with that this week. Luckily, I sorted it out. I added 3 lines, which is not in the instructions for SFML. Thank you. And everything works again. Right. Everything's back in the correct order, as you can see here. That's now the correct order. You can also see that I've altered the shaders a little bit because you now have a little bit of light attenuation going on. So that blue is darker than that blue. So things going into the background will go darker. Not substantially, but enough to let your eye know that it's further away. And that helps with the 3D illusion, because you're still looking at a two-dimensional screen. So this is still an illusion of 3 dimensions rather than actual 3 dimensions. So it's an illusion that we create. And that's what 3D... I've just realised, can you see all of what I've just said? No, because I'm an idiot and didn't put it on screen. So as you can see, everything's back to normal. That's a perfect example there. You got 2 of them. Got 1 just behind. It's been really crushed up to the box because of the distances, but that's a different factor. And yeah, I'm locked at 60, yeah. Interesting fact. Where was it? This. Set vertical sync enabled. And let's try it. Once we're here. Wow! Right. Yeah. We are now going at 590 something frames per second. And yeah, this is why you don't want to go by frames per second. Never ever write your game with with a counter that well, with a timer that runs on frames per second. Because if you are running a game and somebody has a better computer than the other person, they are going to see things much faster than the other computer. They will have an automatic speed god mode encoded by you in their version of the game. But that's nice. I think that's a nice little example of what not to do. And it also makes this very, very twitchy. Which is not so bad, but it's just manageable because I put the controller on it. I had to do that to do the tests. Yeah, we're running, what, 570 frames per second. And we have 100 entities on screen. Some joker the other day said, but does that mean you're going to make every entity into an object? Well, yeah, there you go, 100 objects. Okay, let's make 1,000. It's going to get pretty crowded very quickly. Now, here comes the second problem. We're now down to 130, 170 frames per second. What's going on, Blades? Is that because your renderers can't handle 1,000 objects? No, it isn't. That's because I'm printing this out. It takes more time to print this out than it does to render the whole damn scene. Look at the delta. Oh dear. It's so funny. Yeah. So, how many can you get on screen at a time? Well, yeah, okay. Let's find out. I mean, at this point, you want to start thinking, how can you measure what you can do? I mean, I can have 1,000 objects on screen at once. Is that more than enough? Yes, it is. Really. I mean, that's just crazy amount of objects, isn't it? To have on your screen at one time. Because you remember, this is one model. Each one of these is one model. Okay, so I've only loaded up one type of model, but I can make them all different if you want me to, but I just don't have 1,000 models on hand right now. Yeah. So, what happens if we go up to 2,000? Remember, this is on a blunted debug type stream. And I'm also streaming out to you guys as well. Have I got any coffee left? It's getting pretty crowded. It's getting pretty crowded already. I might have to put some extra distance on that. We're still above 60, which is our goal, and we are now at 2,000. Is 2,000 enough? What happens if we want particles on screen? A particle can take up 1,000 quite easily. Well, it'll take up about, 500 for a particle effect. Maybe. Does that mean we ban particle effects? Because no, because I'm going to be using them. So this is actually a false reading. So how far can it go? Let's try 5,000. Let's stop messing about. Watch the average. If you can see the average, it's now at 100, it's now at 90, it's now at 80, it's coming down to 70, it's coming down to 60, 50, 40. Yeah, we've got a lot of boxes. 42. 42. That's still smooth. But if you're running your game off FPS time, you are now putting people at a disadvantage. Your game will not run at the speed that you expect it to. And remember, this is without any physics in yet, so this is, well, behaving not good. But, Godfathers. Yeah. It is getting a bit crowded. Far plane, 1,000. Look at that. This now, lets you know that there's, we've got a bit more space now. But you can see how the fade out's going. Our average is now coming down to 60, and it'll probably stop at about 42. 43. We increased it by putting some empty space in there, 44. Yeah, it went up. Yet we're showing more area. And you've been taught that that should slow it down. So something's obviously wrong here with our measurements. That should twig now that, oh, something's not quite right. So we're going below 60. Oh dear. Vertical sync rate. True. $44 it said, didn't it? Average. Whoa. So this is why I wanted to do a review, because we are developing a game and we are going to have to develop something very, very critical. Something that counters what you're seeing happen here. Come on, average, hurry up. It takes ages to get this one right. 39, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 29. Wait a minute. It stopped at 29.98. 30. That's a rounding error. It stopped dead on 30. What? Alright, let's hammer this something, shall we? Let's put 50,000 on here. We've got enough space to put 50,000 in, haven't we? That's hardly moving. But now you can see the total effect. 50,000 isn't going to work. Let's try 25,000. See what the upper limits here are. We've found the lower limits. Well, this is looking a bit better. Nope, that's not smooth movement, so that's no good. Oh dear. 10,000? Smooth movement. We've got smooth movement on 10,000. It's slow. Is it smooth? Barely. Come on, average. Drop down. It's at 60, 50. It's going to drop down to about 20, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's my graphics card that is setting the actual speed, not the game. So that's what's happening here. The game should counter this and just go by time. It should be ignoring what's going on here. What's going on screen should not affect what speed your game runs at. And we have to disconnect our graphics from our game. If we don't, we're going to have a big problem in the future. So that's just a heads up that this isn't right. Now, this is going pretty slow now. Let's get down to the grinder, shall we? Let's get it onto a grinder setting. So 25, we know isn't going to work. Alright. So we've got squidgy kind of movement. Let's bring those in a bit. Field of view, we'll make it 500 so we can see it better. Okay, that's 500 meters, by the way. Yeah, that's what 500 meters looks like. That is awesome. It actually looks smooth though. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And it's coming out at an FPS of about 8. So if you ever wondered what an FPS of 8 looks like, it looks like that. Look at the deltas on that though. Milliseconds. Yeah. Now. Let us have a look at something slightly different. Oh no, I can't show you that bit yet. I've put everything back to true and everything, haven't I? Put it all back to normal. I've just got a stupidly high thing on. Debug, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave all as. I'm going to leave that with true. So 60 frames per second we're aiming for. We're going to go down. This is why I need all of this cleaning out, because it's an absolute goddamn mess. That's the frame clock that I'm using. Where am I showing it? So just knock your frame clock off, and it's on 0, isn't it? There we go, the heads up display. That's as many lines of code as you need to make a HUD. Look at the difference. You can tell it's speeded up already. It's not 8 frames per second now, but you don't know what it is. Okay. Actually, the graphics do look nice. I want to go back right up to the top. So maybe it wasn't the HUD that's really messing it up. Or maybe it is still. I can't do that. Let's just try turning... yeah, I've still got it made though, haven't I? That should also be taken out. And that should be taken out. That's part of it. Sync enabled, false. So I'm doing this on, this is the first time I've done all of this, by the way. I haven't checked it prior to the stream. So I'm looking at the results critically from a perspective of going forwards. Alright, that's with that rubbish code taken out. No, it's still stuttering, but we're at about 10 to 12 frames per second from experience. So that's quite a big difference. That's like a 50% difference. Here's the interesting thing. Or should be the interesting thing. There's a point somewhere, and it's usually around about here, 16. It's usually around about the 16 area. 16,000 in this case. There we go. Can you see the stutter? I'm looking at your window to make sure. What you're seeing is actually quite smooth. And I'm actually broadcasting at 60 frames per second. There we go, 60 frames per second there. So everything should match up. Well, it should match up. There we go, put it back in the right place. Get rid of you. It's quite smooth, isn't it? That's round about 28. 27 frames per second. So, what are we going to do about it? We have a time issue. So, in Sandbox, I'm just going to game time issue, where GFX governs the speed at which the game runs. And we have to be able to disconnect it because it's a problem. But saying that it's a problem, I think having up to about 15,000 entities on screen at any one time is quite good. To be honest with you, I only want 2,000. And I know that's going to work. So I'm already more than happy with the tests as it spans at this point in time. The tests have proven to me that, yeah, if things ain't working as badly as you really think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my test limit at 2,000 as my marker. And field of view for 2,000. Call 100. And I think that should be about right for a visual. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it maybe gives a nice visual now. I did put true back on, didn't I? Yeah, set active true. Good, right. All's good in the hood. I've got copied it over, haven't I? Yeah, that's the copy. So just alter my figures. 2,000 at 100. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's right. Rotation, speed, cube size. Yeah, speed is important. I never touch the figure. I always keep it the same. 0.3, not bad speed, but it seems a bit high. I was expecting 0.03, and I got 0.3 as the speed to use. Because I aim for 3 meters per second on speeds, always, as my test stuff. It's not right, but it's close enough, shall we say. Cube size, doesn't matter, but that's just so you can see more of them on the screen. So I'm happy with everything now. Now let's clean up our application, can we please? Our application looks a mess. Right, we'll have to forget Sandbox. Alrighty, so all of this stuff at the top is all test data. So that can go. This is not test data. So everything that says test on it is going to get thrown away. This is going to cause big red marks, hopefully. Yes, good. Tells me where the test data is now. There it is. Do I want to keep anything from here? Well, that generates the entities. Oh, by the way, to generate those entities, it's static float. Yes, this is lovely, this is C++ at its best. Static float, dice roll, because that's an int. It returns an int. And then it's static cast int far plane, because far plane's an int, times .af. And far plane. I just wanted it to come back off the edges of the planes. That was all. To place the objects so they don't spill over the edges, and I knew that there was an overflow error. That's how I found out it was an overflow error. So all of that's done with. It's done its job. Model warehouse can go out of action now. dice can go out of action. I'll take the lot out. Doesn't matter, it's all out of action. We're not dealing with that anymore. Yeah, I don't think we really need this silly frame clock counter thing, and it's rubbish, absolutely rubbish. I just grabbed it off the internet to see whether it'd work or not, and it doesn't. It slows the system down. Talk about that some other time. Fonts. I'll keep that. Okay. That can go. Current RPG state I've accidentally wiped out. Because that is actually going to change anyway. Now you know why I did that, because I knew I was going to mess up somewhere. There we go. That is going to go to 1. That is to be removed. No more testing in here, please. Blah, blah, blah. I need the camera for that, because the camera's doing something. Alright. So I do need a camera for my main loop to work. So what we're going to do is Amber : camera 3D. I'll just call it camera, of course, and I'll just do that. There we go. That gets rid of the camera. Game state 0. Not allowed anymore. Not allowed anymore. So that's done a lot. Then we've got this rubbish to contend with. Game state upgrade 2 can stay. This lot has to go. So everything in here can go. Problem is, as soon as I move it, it's going to go absolutely goddamn nuts with me, most likely. I'm going to put that in our library. Shouldn't really be in our library, should it? It's actually part of the game, it's not part of the library. Interesting. Yep, we get red squigglies. Comic font. Width and height. Oh, yes. I remember doing that. We've got it here. Right, okay. So we can actually deal with it. That's good, but it's in the wrong place. It does not belong in our library. Okay, library. Oh, no. What are you doing? Amber intro. Cut. Development. Application. Source. Ooh, paste. Righty. Now we're getting somewhere. Good one. Update. And this is now going to be application. There we go. Shift. Including project. Okay, they've been moved. They're going to have more fun now. We'll have to rewrite them slightly, but they're going to be moved. CPP application, yeah, now works properly. Excellent. We're getting somewhere. The only thing is... Oh. Hit the wrong button. Okay. Hit that button. Cancel. Righty. What do you mean? I've done it badly. Yeah. It now wants to go somewhere, and it doesn't know where to go. Great. What the hell is all this rubbish in here? Hmm. Da 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 da. Well, let me out then. Oh, he's crazy. Crazy for saving this. Don't like this. Don't like it. It's messing me about. It's alright. We'll get it right this time. Thank you. That's all I wanted you to do. Good God. Microsoft, you're so special. Right, so we can now start concentrating on that. We need to link into it first of all. So can we please now put the sandbox away again? And we'll go from here. Alrighty. Test 3D. You're gone. And this is a different type of hash include, thank God. It's that. DDD. SOU. Oh no. SOURCE. Amber intro. Intro.h. And it's not going to be able to find it, is it? Why did I do it that way so that I couldn't find it? Can it find anything around here? It can't. We haven't even included it, have we? What's wrong with what I've just thought? got it. Brain was on a different level. Game state 0 can go. It's better. Game state 1 can stay. That's good. Alright, what we got in game state 1? Polyvents, yeah. Game state 0. You're gone. Got nothing in game state 1. Okay, that's fine. Now we're using the right files. Good. Alright, game state is created and only used within one small part. That's not needed. Okay. Sorry, you're not needed. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Looking good. I agree with it now. Fantastic. So that's me poll event. App shutdown. While running. Game state 1. Yes. Let's write it. Why have I got that there? No default constructor exists for Amber Camera 3. What? Yes, it does. Right, fair enough. Whatever. What else we got that's failing up here? Right, that's your window. That's your setup. There's your app. Right. Right, we've now got less rubbish in here. No, we don't need to do that here. Don't need you. It's just this camera that I'm going to have problems with. Okay. Alrighty, it's starting to look better. Yep, we're getting there. Right, what's wrong with camera? Let's find out. Core camera. He just wants a VEC 3. Oh, bless it. That's fine. That's all he wanted. Bless it. And he wants the words VEC 3. I know. Oh, there you go. You can have it. We don't have VEC 3. No, we don't. You're quite right. Oh, I've got space here. We should have VEC 3. I've got an include there. Is this include not working? it isn't working. Okay. There we go. Can do that. Alright, there we go. Lovely. Alright, no errors. Okay, test. Build application. That's what I like to see. What on earth just happened there? Wow. Save, build. Alright, can I open file? What is all these dashes keep appearing from? What is going on with this? Why does it keep doing this? Dashes everywhere. What is this? I'm not putting them in. Right, that needs that. Okay, that's Amber. That's correct. We should stop putting dashes everywhere. Core is also in Amber. So that's done that one. That does all of those. That's fine. Right, we're on intro.h now. Application.h is working. Yeah, I didn't need that. It was me being stupid. Fantastic. Nothing new there. What is it with these double slashes? Oh, don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why it's doing it, but hey ho. Right, what do we got? We have 2 fonts. Nice. Looks good. We need width and height. So that will be a window dot get size. Return size in pixels. You can't just get the width. You're joking me. Render intro. Alright, let's go back here. I'm going to have to do this a bit better than I'm doing now. Okay. Right. Thought about it now. Head back with me. This is hard to do on... It's so hard to think straight. It's unbelievable. So, under application... Oops. Let's give myself an area where I can put variables. So, what we're going to need here is... an intro. And where is it? It's in the wrong base. Okay, it should be in RPG. Why does it do that? User is undefined. What? Doesn't look undefined to me. Struct user. That's all you need. Thank you. It is really a bit slow, this system. I'm not sure I'm liking the experience of using Visual Studio. How can I put it? It's not brilliant, is it? So that's okay. I don't need application.h. Right. Intro. And we'll just call it intro. That's all I wanted to do. Now, are you sure I can have it now? Yes. Intro CPP's in the wrong place. Before I go any further. I can't even see my screen. Come here. Intro CPP, Amber. PG, thank you. Right, so we've got the corrections in there. Alright, we'll come back to you. I think we've got enough now. Alright, that'll do that. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. 1. Intro. There we go, render intro, and it's window. Comma. Width. And height. Semicolon. They are floats. Okay. Meanwhile, back at intro. And that's float, width, comma, float, height. Alrighty. Yeah, you have to change everything. That's the beauty about this. It does make you think more about changes that you're going to make. Because at this stage, we now have to do that. We really do have to start thinking seriously about any kind of changes to the formats that we're using. Because as you can see from this one, it is now no longer simple just to throw things together, which is why I want the sandbox. I want to throw things around in sandbox, and whatever comes out that's good will be then transferred into the application and the library, depending on where it should go. You can decide at that point, like I had intro in the wrong place completely. That's all we need to do to render the intro, is that one line. And when we run it, it should now work, but won't work. So blah, 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 no error checking, great. That's fine. Ow. Sorry, that's my body. Ow. My fingers just went. Comic font. Damn it. Come on, fingers. Comic font. Anything else? We're using quads. We're happy. Read dossier. Save dossier. We haven't got that far. God. So we've just got this mess. Okay, refactoring, no errors, build test, or test by building. Build CPP application. How many errors did I make? Oh, Microsoft CPP Common. What are you on? Precompiled header. I'm not using precompiled headers. Can I open source file? Oh, we moved it. Oh, yes, good point. Whoops. So it's not it's now build, rebuild solution, please, if you can. Which you won't be able to do on the fourth one. Okay, that should all be on sandbox. Okay. That gets rid of the warning. Who else is calling intro? You are calling yourself? Okay, let's not do that. Build CPP application. intro is an undeclared identifier. Okay, application. Yeah, I put it in the wrong thing, didn't I? Got things wrong. God damn it. Today is a bad day. Is it a Monday, by any chance? I'm having a bad day. Dash include. Okay. Today I am useless. I really do. The standard of today's video is the lowest yet. Yeah, well, that's the way it is. Include. Oh, come on. Thank you. That's all it needs to do. Thank you. Alright, okay. Cannot open file D:. Development. Be library. Exec. Be library. .lib. What? Build a library. What's this code 2 thingy? Why have I suddenly got these? What's it to do with that? I'm not using it. I think Microsoft's done a wobbler. Oh dear. Oh my. Build. Clean solution. Thank you. I'll have to go through and build everything separately now until it works properly. Thank you very much, Microsoft. You all are exceptionally great. Have we got any drinks? We got any drinks? Let's just reload it. Okay, have we got any drinks? Right. Right click and build. Why is it trying to access Amber Intro? It's not there. Okay, library, build. Oh, that's interesting. I've just worked out what it's done. Oh my god. That is fantastic. Source directory. Amber intro. Copy. That is absolutely fantastic. Amber. Paste. Of course it can't do what I'm expecting it to. Because we didn't do that. Delete. Yeah, you have to delete it from within Visual Studio, don't you? Build solution. Four succeeded. Hold on a minute, you were giving me errors. Oh, forget it. It doesn't matter. Who are we on? C application, you. Okay. There we go. And I know what the dots mean. It means for some reason the it can't find its way to the resources, which is fine because it can't find its way to the resources. That's quite right. Ah, bless. Oh, I've got a drink now. Let's have a drink. Which is typical. Every time you move something, it upsets its pathing. Alright, so where is resources? Font, comic, TTF. Alright, yeah, it's fonts. I remember the error now. Oops. See what I mean? I'm having problems with my fingers today, so please bear with me. It's why I'm disabled. It's not easy to control. So that's fonts. Comic ink free. Comic ink free. Looks better. Let's run. There we go. Successful. So now we are cleaning up bit by bit. And yeah, we now have something that's starting to look like it could be useful. What's this going to be? Like a header. And this is going to be like a footer. Placeholder for sparkly thingy. So that's GFX, and that's choose 3D model. Okay, we can deal with that. And we are in intro. Done. And I want you. So it won't be a void, obviously. Choose 3D model. And what was the other one? Just GFX, wasn't it? So void, I'll have GFX. That'll do. That's all I really need. Create definition. Yay, that worked. Save. Close GFX, please. The intro GFX. Wow, we're going to have some. Don't know when, but we are going to have some. Alright, okay. That'll do that. Choose 3D model. Bing. Perfect. Why have I got width and height there? Why am I getting that? That's not used. Nope. Didn't think so. Okay. So can just ignore it. And that's a cut. And that's a paste. So there's a couple of things to do in there. Is it just slash for to do? Or is it 3 slashes? Can't remember. We'll put them up. And God, I can't even spell my name today. And here, please. Okay. I think that really puts that back together. This really needs sorting out. And that's what I need to sit down and do tomorrow to sort that out. Reading and writing the dossier needs to be sorted out because I've already got the dossier. It's here. So we can read and write that because we have text handlers in core. Yep, we do under file handlers there. Okay. That can get deleted. Just delete. And what was the other one with that was with it? It was rubbish. Frame clock, that was it. Absolute garbage. Remove. Delete. Thank you. Don't even know why I bothered. It was all stuff off the internet, nothing I'd written, so quite happy to get rid of it. I think we're okay now. Up to a point. Let's have a look at our application now. Should start making more sense now. The idea of the application is to make sense. Here we go. Near plane, far plane, and field of view. That isn't test Windows values anymore, that's just window values. We're not testing in here. Old mouse position, yep, we need that. Application empty, initialize, setting up OpenGL correctly and giving us a string, yeah, that's good. Application execution. Okay. That's alright. The window. That's okay. Gluing it. That's okay. Init. Bool equals running. RPG. Well, current state of the RPG is working. We have the RPG state checks for stopping the program. And yeah, that's fine. That's a lot better. What happened to polyvents? Okay. Polyvents. Looks okay. Width and height, loop events. Yeah, those are right. This is why I needed all the lovely stuffy stuff. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Is button pressed? That's for your mouse, your right button. And if the right mouse button is pressed, it will do a camera update. And it will check changes in the mouse position. And that will then update the mouse. That gives you your rotation by mouse. Local position, mouse get position window, just sets the old mouse position so that people can't twitch it. It gets set. So it doesn't just continue. That's not held within mouse update. If you hold it within mouse update, you can twitch and it will just skip to wherever you twitch to. 1 degree equivalent to pixels that you move. That's bad. You can go 1,000 degrees just by going with. No, I didn't want that. I wanted it to be a bit at a time. So it'll only check for a couple of pixels movement. So that it doesn't matter the speed of it. Speed is irrelevant of your mouse. So that removes the speed of the mouse from the equation. So that's why I've done that. If you want to ask me questions about that and why it works that way, I can show you all the way through the mouse update how it works and split it down for you if you wish. But it does. That's how you, because of the local positions. You're now correct. I think it looks a lot better now, or should do. If we scroll up it, yeah, everything looks within parameters. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, that's in the wrong place. It has to be halfway over or above. Any comments? I'll give it another one. There we go. Comments on the right, code on the left. Splitters don't matter too much. Right, that's looking better now. Alrighty. That's now correct. I've got a deletion. I think I got all the other deletions, didn't I? Yeah. Right, this is our actual program now. This is where we're going to be starting our program from. It's got all the GL. I've added the stencil buffer bit because I set the stencil buffer in the context menu. So I thought, well, considering I set it, I may as well clear it, even if I don't use it. It doesn't matter if I use it or not. I mean, it's not really much overhead. In fact, it's 0 overhead. Well, literally 0 overhead. Right, good. What's next? We have to get this working with time. Otherwise, all of my testing that I do in Sandbox later on is not going to work. It's just going to be an absolute goddamn mess. Which will be interesting within its own ideas. Right, now I've tidied that up, and now I've tidied, well, this up to a degree. I don't like putting to-dos in a final, but that's okay for now, I suppose. These to-dos I have to bring out. Easiest way to do that is to get your CPP application and open it up in a folder or file. You go to the source of your annoyance. Yeah, that'll do. And you take that source and you copy it. And you place it in Sandbox. paste. Which means you now need to clear sandbox. Clean. No. No, it doesn't say on there whether I can or not. Right, so source. Update. Bring them in to this file, include in project, and now that's beautifully done. We don't need sandbox anymore. We don't need resources at the moment, so the only one that we're interested in is you. Alright, you go. You go. You can go. You can go. Don't need that in, really. Right, that's a cleaner. Yeah. Right, I can work on that now. Unfortunately, that's in such bad shape. My apologies. All of this needs properly formatting. Which I can do now, really. How long have I got? I've got no idea. I've got windows everywhere. Sugar, we were already on 2 hours. Wow. And I haven't even formatted this. Okay. This is going great. Oh my god. Yeah. Right, let's format. Hello, love. Sorry, I'm just doing my last parts, okay. Yeah, I'm on a timer. At work, I'm not allowed to work that long. Okay, that's correct. Now, a lot of you possibly are still wondering why I'm doing this. As I've already said, code goes on the left, notes go on the right. Well, you can't put your notes on the right hand side if they're covered in stuff. And as you've noticed, I've reduced my across field by putting an extra window here. And I've done that on purpose to make sure that I do this. Otherwise I can't see the whole of the line. It means I keep my lines shorter. Yep, that's right. That goes here. And it also means that after every instruction and semicolon there is a space. Not 2 spaces. There we go. Set position. There's X and Y. Huh? Okay, now I'm miffed a little bit. Y plus equals X and Y are here, that's why. Not at the bottom. How weird. Yeah. Jump back. You're thinking, God, doesn't this make your program, like, number count, go up? Well, yeah. So, you know, I've got plenty of computer screen downwards, it's just across that I haven't. It's like, what's this stuff about length? No idea. No idea at all. Apply it to a separate as well. So X and Y can stay together, and I've got 4 statement that can stay together. Set font. Why am I setting the font button index? Yeah, okay. That's fine. Style, yeah. This is in a for loop. Oh, right. Got ya. Why am I starting my button code here? I've just looked at that and thought, oh, gee, what have I done? You know, it's like, you shouldn't do that. This function deals with what? It's a render. So why am I setting up buttons here? Oh God, this is a mess. I really apologise. I must have just pounded it out in prototype style or something. Ah, here we go. We've got a draw. That bit should be here. Found the bit that should be here. That's right. Yeah, x plus equals. Yeah. Lovely. No, we will keep that spacing. That looks okay. I'm not touching that. I can stay as is. If you don't know what that is, that's OpenGL 1.0, 1.1 maybe. That's how you do quads, by the way. Instead of triangles. There we go, done. Now when you look up the file, the code's on the left, the notes are on the right. There are no notes yet. Lovely. Right, I'm happy with all of that. Any questions? I mean, there's a few of you there watching in. Any questions about any of the code that's been generated so far? I mean, we've done something silly like how many? 30 days of coding. We haven't even stopped for a breath, really. We've coded here, we've coded there, we've coded everywhere. This is the final version. As you can see, I'm trying to get a final version which is going to be kept nice and pristine, and I'll be adding notes to it, obviously, because it's in debug mode. But there are things that I've added in here now that really do need a bit of explanation. So I've tried to keep it as simple as possible on the code side. Please ask questions or ask for code that you want to see written, that you might need for your own applications or for whatever you're doing. I'm here to help you as well as me. It costs nothing. Everything is free. The time that I spend online is your time as well. All right. I'll give it a couple of seconds before I close down, because I will ask for any questions. I will do this at the end of each video now, because people are interested. I can see that by the number of viewers that's increasing. And I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was expecting just to be able to, you know, chuck up a video about some code and, you know, do some stuff. I have no idea what the next video is going to be. It could be how to fix Sandbox from its horrendous stupidity. Can't think of what it was. I know there's something that I have to do, and I can't remember what the heck it is. Not really interested in that a lot. Manifest tool? No. I only change up to there. So I put me ignore 4099. That ignore is for a linker error that says it's going to ignore something. So I've decided to ignore the ignore. That's all. Lib, ignore specified default libraries, yeah. Import library. There's nothing jumping out at me. No, I'm not seeing it straight off, whatever it is. No. Have I put anything in here that, this is debug, yeah. There's nothing, no common language runtime support, so why is it doing things? Could could do that. What beats me is this. So, rebuild sandbox, which will rebuild the library. Okay, so it'll update it with all the changes that we've made. But you can see that that's getting longer and longer. No such file or directory. Oh, right, yeah. Get rid of that altogether. I really hated that program, but I wanted you to see it. I wanted you to see today the results of what I'd found. Those 2 lines, by the way, are expensive and really do slow things down. So be careful with those. I can scribble all over this one, it's great. Do love that kind of thing. Project. No. Build. Clean sandbox. Build. Rebuild sandbox. Cannot open source file. There is no source file. And you saw me delete it. Ah. No. It's not talking about that, is it? It's in application.h. Whoops. Actually, that won't matter too much. Alright, I'll take that out now because I know that that's not going to be needed. Amber core clock, yeah, get rid of that. No longer needed. Build. Build sandbox this time. So now I'm getting towards the end of them. Thank you. And last chance saloon, I don't think it's going to work, which is a damn shame. Set you as a startup project. You've got your intermediates. Yeah, you got everything there. Take you off here. You've got your references. You've got your externals. Yeah. Headers and stupid way of doing things. Yeah. Okay. I can't see any reason why it shouldn't run, but it probably won't. Nope. And the worst thing about this is, if I retry or anything like that, it's finding out where. Same from the kernel. Sandbox. CRT startup, line 17. Great. So that's coming from main. Why is main giving me vector? there is something. Never mind. I think I've forgotten to include something basic, which is fine. But I just don't understand why I can copy literally a whole source straight over. It won't work. But Visual Studio is very, very picky about what will work and what won't work, which is fine. So, no questions have come up. I've delayed as long as I can. People are starting to log out, which is good. Go, be happy. Go, be happy, and get some coding done. I haven't got much done so far today, so I'm now going to have to sit down and do another hour's work or something extra, if my hands will take it. And Wednesday, 2 o'clock, we will be moving forwards. There's no two ways about it. I'll hopefully be in the sandbox by then, without its issues. And we'll get going. So, in the meantime, I want you all to take care and have fun.